Hi, I'm Johnny and you're watching the Hexy Beast, and we're going to be starting a new series today which I'm going to be calling my Shelf by Shelf series, where we take a look at my entire collection and have a look at what I've actually got on the shelves behind me. So anyway, with this episode we're going to be starting part 1 with this shelf right by here. So anyway, let's just get down to the table and have a look at some games, shall we? Okay, so here we are. I've cleared off the shelf and we're ready to get started. So what do you think is actually going to be the first game on this one? Well, one of the weird things about the way I set my shelves up is there's not just stuff on the front, there's actually stuff hidden behind. And an example of this is this expansion for Marvel Champions. It's the Mad Titan Shadow. I haven't actually got around to the campaign yet because I'm still getting through Guardians of the Galaxy. So while I've not been playing it, it's kind of just been stashed behind another game. So with that out of the way, let's just get on to the next game. And one of the things I really want to talk about actually is Thunderbolt Apache Leader. There is already an unboxing on my channel for this game, and I am planning a review on it as it was provided as a review copy from Danverson Games. It's quite heavy, it's taken me a little while to learn it, and life's kind of gotten in the way as well as some other games, but I will be doing a review of this one soon. I really like what I played of it so far. I think I've done the tutorial mission twice. But I think I really want to make sure I know this game well before I actually do the review. So this is the other one that's on that shelf, and now let's see what else we have. And of course, this is going over here because I've actually played these. Actually no, I haven't played this one. This one's actually going over here. I'm going to start a new pile of Abhorrent Disgust over here somewhere. So let's put that over there. And speaking of the pile of Abhorrent Disgust, we've got Cooper Island, which as you can see is actually still in shrink. And it appears to have some sort of promo attached to the front of it, so I should probably definitely get this one open and get it played soon. I have no idea what it's like, but I know it's from Capstone Games, and based on some of the other stuff in my collection by Capstone Games, I have a feeling I'm probably going to like this one. So what I'm going to do is it's actually going to go in the pile of Abhorrent Disgust over here, along with this Marvel Champions expansion, and of course its promos. So that pile's actually bigger than the stuff I've played. So let's get on to some games I have actually played. So next down here we actually have, this is actually one of my favourite games, Architects of the West Kingdom. It's a worker placement game where each turn everyone only places one worker, and one thing I really like about it is it actually plays really quickly. It's quite easy to get around the board, and I have to say that I like it enough that I'm actually going to sit here and open a box to show you some metal coins, because I love these coins. These coins, this is the ugly unboxing, and coins! I love these coins, right? So these coins is one of the reasons I love this game. Nah, but in all seriousness, Architects of the West Kingdom, it is a pretty amazing game. I really enjoy it. It's a good bit of worker placement. Comes with enough baggies to keep everything in. And like I said, one of the best things about it is these metal coins that I'm about to drop all over the place. But they are just lovely. And I play it enough that I thought it was actually worthwhile getting the expansion for it too, which is what I've got here, which is the Age of Artisans expansion, which basically just adds a few more cards and stuff and just makes the game a lot more fun than it already is in its base form. So yeah, so that's going in the played pile along with this. This is how good this game is. You can rebox it in a matter of seconds. If I don't lose things like coins, I'll pick them up later, don't worry about it. This is what I'm going to call my my messy shelf by shelf list now, because that's going over there. We're not going to actually bother reboxing that, but I will get around to it. So that's going in the pile of played stuff. I'm going to keep this coin out here in front of me as a reminder of me abhorrently dropping my games everywhere. So now let's move on to the next game on that shelf. And it is another one by Garfield Games, actually. It's another one of these West Kingdom games. It's Vicount of the West Kingdom. Now, I really like this one because it uses a very interesting rondelle system. I also find that the solo bot in it is actually really fun, and that tower in the middle of the game, I reckon it could be a game in itself. So Garfield, if you're listening, please make a game which is pretty much just the tower, add an extra 2 layers around it, and you've got my money. It's pretty much that easy. So in that shelf, we've got Vicount of the West Kingdom, which is going over in the played pile, which is now starting to look a bit more respectful, apart from the fact that Architects of the West Kingdom has been splayed. So next is, we're getting close to the end of the shelf actually. We've got one of my favourite games, which pretty much took up all of the shelf. It is Arkham Horror 3rd edition, and I just have to say that I really like this game, as I've spoken about it in many lists before. In fact, I'm going to repeat the same thing and say I liked it enough to buy even more expansions for it, which pretty much takes up the whole of the back end of that shelf. So, as you can see. Okay, so one of the reasons I love Arkham Horror 3rd edition is, for me, it was actually my entrance into the mythos, and it just really has that theme that I really enjoy. I think it's very visually appealing. Obviously, I'm called the Hexy Beast, so I kind of like its hex-based layout. Some people, it's quite a divisive game, but for me, it's a real gem, and I'm glad I've got it in my collection. So we've come to the end of the first part of my shelf by shelf series, and as you can see, we've got the games I've played over here on this shelf, and the stuff that's yet to be played in this abhorrent pile of self-disgust over here. So if you like the look of any of the games that I've covered in this series, or any of the series, please feel free to check out the link to Firestorm Games in my description. Also, if you've been enjoying the content, please feel free to smash that subscribe button up there and check out another one of my videos up here. Anyway, I've been Johnny, you've been watching the Hexy Beast. Thank you for watching, and most of all, stay hexy everyone.